come on. You got to get it. You got to get it. All right. 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. It is February 18th, 2016. And let me do a quick thing here. My headset is not working, Robin. I got a headset problem. You're listening to The Source, WOCA. What's the temperature outside? Do we know? It is 41 degrees. It has dropped since I got here. It was 45 when I got here.
Oh, I was going to say it's beautiful.
It is beautiful out there, isn't it? Beautiful.
Temperature to me is it beautiful feeling or not?
I've got to shorten my headset here.
I know.
Here we go. Now I got it.
You say that.
Now I got it working.
Gosh.
All right, let's see. Can I have this sheet of paper here?
You can have anything.
We're not ready yet.
Anything
Can we start?
want.
Can we start the show in a minute or two? Here we go.
You can have anything you want.
7:35 this morning. Anthony Schneider is coming on. He's written a book called Repercussions. He was scheduled the other day, and I think he was in a traffic or something. Not an accident, right? Just traffic.
Right. On the 16th, he was scheduled.
He's an entrepreneur, contributor to CNN, Fox News, and he was born and lived in South Africa. So he wants to talk to us about that and his book, Repercussions. That'll be at 7:35, 7:45, or just after the commercials. At that midway point, we will talk about the news and offer commentary and allow you to offer commentary. Francisca Brown at 8:20, the director of the African American market segment of the Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, coming on to talk to us about the results of the Northwestern Mutual Elements of Success Survey and how African Americans can make solid strides in 2016 toward improving their financial situations.
Yes.
I can tell you, doesn't matter what color you are, I can tell you how to improve your financial situation.
Okay.
Make more money.
Exactly. Make more money.
Keep more money.
That's
Either
right.
make more or keep more.
That's right. It's not up to the government to subsidize you. You need to subsidize yourself.
I don't think that's what this guy's saying.
Oh.
This guy's probably going to tell you to invest in something
Yeah, probably.
that an insurance company sells. I'm guessing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it.
When there's a short in the wire, it really can be annoying.
I know.
See, but the good thing with these headsets is I can change the wire.
I know. That's the most
I
wonderful
just have
thing.
to go to Radio Shack. Oops, there is no more Radio.
That's right. Well, Galen gave you that as a gift.
That doesn't change anything.
No.
It still needs a new wire.
Exactly.
All right. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? All right, I got it. Nope. Now I got to do it. Okay. News Bites at 8:35. That's when we take the news and we shorten it. We simply read the first few paragraphs of each given story. We'll tell you where we're getting it from so you can look it up for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
I heard that.
Hank Whittier will be here at 9:05. Hank is the executive director of Vets Helping Vets. Oh, there it goes. And of course, he brings you veterans news. Today it'll be a full hour show. Dr. Mark Knapp is coming in to talk to us about things medical in nature for the vets.
Exactly.
Dr. Jean Christeller is coming on at 10:05. Dr. Christeller is the professor emeriti of psychology at Indiana State University.
Yep.
He's a contributor to Self and Redbook. Redbook. Now, I read Redbook when I go to the doctor's office. Usually, I don't go to the doctor's office. Well, yes, I do. I go to the office, like if I'm bringing somebody else there.
Right.
Of course, I haven't done this in a long time.
Yeah.
I used to bring my mom. My mom has since passed away. And when I worked at the facility, the assisted living, I used to bring. Anyway, I would read I got a lot of meatloaf recipes.
Exactly.
The Joy of Half a Cookie is the title of the book. The Joy of Half a Cookie. Using mindfulness to lose weight and end the struggle with food. So think about just what the title is implying. Could you do this? Say, okay, I need to lose weight. I'm not going to say no to cookies, but I'm going to say yes to half a cookie.
Can't do it.
I could do it.
Half a cookie?
Yes.
You could say yes to half a cookie?
Easy, Robin, easy. Half a minute later, I'll say yes to the other half.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Half a minute after that, I'll say yes to another half.
There you go. We're on the same page then.
Jane Bryant Quinn is coming on at 10:35. Jane is an Emmy Award-winning journalist, a leading commentator on personal finance. She's a contributor to the Washington Post, Newsweek, Bloomberg, Woman's Day, Good Housekeeping, PBS, CBS, and WOCA.
Exactly.
She's coming to talk to us about how to make your money last.
Yes.
See, I made a joke one time. I said, I work mornings, so I make my money first.
Exactly.
And nobody got the joke.
Oh, I did. I thought it was funny.
Misty Knutson. I had to practice saying her name.
Yeah.
Misty is coming out 11:05. She's actually coming into the studio. She's the director of the Cardiac Cath Labs at Ocala Health. She oversees the Cath Labs at Ocala Regional Medical Center, and she's coming on to talk to us about women and heart disease.
Yeah.
February is Healthy Heart Month, and we will probably have one of the ladies from Ocala Health in the studio with Misty. It's always a joy to have them.
Yeah, I think Suzanne is coming in. I think that's what she said.
Today is, let me tell you what
Yes.
today is. Today is National Battery Day.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming that means the electrical batteries, not
Not the physical battering
yeah.
of people.
Yeah, you know, go batter somebody. Go down
Or
to
go
the
to Battery Park.
Yeah, I was going to say they go to the battery. Yeah. It's National Drink Wine Day. National Drink Wine Day.
Okay, I've got one bottle left in my fridge from a gift from TJ. Maybe I'll do that.
Well, you know, I just saw a report just this morning about scientific things you can do to reverse type 2 diabetes. Mm-hmm. One of them is to drink in moderation. If you're not a drinker, start drinking a little bit of wine every once in a while.
That's right, exactly.
Well, yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Today is also National Crab Stuffed Flounder Day.
Oh, I've never had that.
Crab Stuffed Flounder.
Okay.
So in honor of Crab Stuffed Flounder Day, I have some more questions about food for you and Joe. I've got a lot of seafood in there just because of the crab stuffed flounder.
Uh-huh.
Galen Unold will be on with us for a short time today because we have a guest at 8:20. But during the time we have with Galen Unold, I want to talk to him and tell you about an article I found that it's kind of the history of blood. It's not human blood. Most of it isn't anyway. But some strange uses that people have strange things people have used blood for throughout history.
Oh.
Strange things people have used blood for throughout history.
Okay.
It's an interesting. And you first you go, oh, that is gross. But think about it. When you eat meat, there's blood. I know you say there's not any blood in there, but
There is blood in there.
it is. You see,
It comes out.
it
It's
comes
red.
in
What is
there.
it? It's not food coloring.
I know we had this argument once before. I'm with you. I agree with you.
Good. I'm glad.
All right. So those are those things.
Okay.
There was an interesting article on Randy Travis. You know, Randy Travis, it looked like his career was over. You know, the guy was really going down the wrong track, and now he's making a big comeback. He had a stroke, remember?
Yes. Yeah.
He had a massive stroke 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And now he's making a comeback.
Excellent.
He also suffered a respiratory infection that left him unable to breathe. This is a singer. He also developed a serious heart infection. He lapsed into unconsciousness. His heart stopped beating. Doctors discovered he had suffered a major stroke. Following brain surgery, doctors gave him only a 1% to 2% chance of survival.
Gosh.
His fiancée at that time, Mary Davis, who she was married to him, I guess, told Country Weekly magazine the type stroke that Travis suffered was never revealed. I wonder why she told him that.
Yeah.
But from a description of the events, Dr. Schneck surmises that a blood clot formed in the singer's heart, traveled to his brain, and resulted in a type of devastating stroke called a malignant middle cerebral infarction.
Oh, my God.
All right?
Could have died just right then and there. When it goes to your brain, it could burst. Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, he's making a recovery, and it's just unbelievable. I mean, the guy is doing so well. Mm-hmm. There's an article on it, and I don't have time to read the whole thing to you, but it kind of gives you hope, but at the same time, healthy things are always healthy to do. I'm so sorry. I'm distracted by this stupid wire.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get you.
You can't hear it. Nobody can hear it but me. But
I
it's
know,
just,
but you have to
when
hear
your
it.
headset isn't working.
You have to monitor.
You don't
what's
really
going
need
on
the
over
headset,
air.
but I do. It's just the way I do radio.
Well, yeah, but you have to monitor what's going on.
Okay.
Everything.
All right. I got one ear working. That's better than nothing. All right.
You're mono today and not stereo.
I got something else to tell you.
Okay.
Do you know when we were talking about hackers that will demand ransom from you? Like
Yes.
I had one that came on my screen that said send $300, go to the 7-Eleven and get a money order or something.
Yeah.
And send us $300 and we'll unlock your computer. Mm-hmm. The chief executive of a Los Angeles hospital says it paid a ransom in Bitcoins equivalent to $17,000 to hackers who infiltrated and disabled their computer network.
He should have just called
Wow.
you.
Called me.
You could have told him the secret about, as soon as your screen comes on, you just zap that little button.
Good thing I have my headset working. All right, we'll be right back. I didn't hear the music till now. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. The White House expected to announce today that President Obama will make an historic trip to Cuba next month, the first time a sitting president has visited that nation in nearly 90 years.
Critics argue that Cuba remains an oppressive regime that lacks a free press and forbids any type of dissent. The White House argues the president's visit represents an historic opportunity to end a lingering remnant of the Cold War.
Fox's John Decker. The White House supporting a federal judge ordering Apple to help the FBI unlock the iPhone of one of the suspects in the San Bernardino terror attack.
They are not asking Apple to redesign its product or to create a new backdoor to one of their products. They're simply asking for something that would have an impact on this one device.
White House spokesman Josh Earnest, Apple CEO Tim Cook saying the company will fight that order. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Wildfires burn millions of acres each year. And each year, wildland firefighters like Fire Chief James Hall battle to contain them. But they can't do it alone.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. It can ignite and destroy your home, your community, or more. That single ember can be just as dangerous as the wildfire itself. But you can do something firefighters can't. You can act now to prepare your home and your community for wildfire. You can reduce the risk. Do your part. Go to fireadaptive.org.
Get fire adapted. Learn what you can do now to reduce wildfire damage later at fireadapted.org. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Learn more at fireadapted.org.
The Women's Veterans Health Fair will be happening on Saturday, February 20th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Ocala VA Clinic at the Cascades Office Complex at 1515 East Silver Springs Boulevard right here in Ocala. The Women's Veterans Health Fair. Don't miss it. If you'd like more information, give a call to 352-369-3320. That's 369-3320 for the Women's Veterans Health Fair at the Ocala VA Clinic in the Cascades, February 20th from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m.
Beautiful Moments Party Rental presents the Ocala Wedding and Events Expo 2016 on March 3rd. This event has caterers, photographers, florists, musicians, plus food, fun, and more. Brides, bring your bridesmaids and friends alike. 100% of the ticket sales goes to the Inflammatory Breast Cancer Network Foundation, and they're only $15 each. So mark your calendars for March 3rd from 5 to 8:30 p.m. for the Ocala Wedding and Events Expo at Beautiful Moments Party Rentals, 3400 Southwest 60th Avenue. Questions, call 307-8180. That's 307-8180. Come out to the 3rd Annual Habitat Strawberry Festival on March 5th, 2016 at the McPherson Government Complex. The goal of this festival is not only to have vendors, food, a car show, a kids zone, live entertainment featuring the Dane Myers Band, a beauty pageant, and all things strawberry, but also raise funds to build a habitat home for a family in our community. The Habitat for Humanity Strawberry Festival is open 9 to 5 on Saturday, March 5th, with breakfast served at 7:30. Free parking, free admission.
Yeah, I'm that drip coming down from the corner of the room. But where did I come from? I'll never tell.
Bone Dry Roofing can and will fix it right the first time using quality materials and will deal honestly and fairly with you, period. You can find Bone Dry Roofing on their website, bonedryroofingllc.com, and Facebook at Bone Dry Roofing LLC. Do it right before your roof needs a tarp to keep the elements out. Bone Dry Roofing stands behind their work to help make your home safe and secure. Plus, they have financing available. Remember, if you're not bone dry, then you're all wet.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies. We're so happy eating cookies. Cookies!
WWWWWOCA. Your source for the #1 sports weekends. Fox Sports, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. I don't know. I love the fact you.
There he is.
Oh, he's calling you right now. So I go to the phone before we go on the air. All right, so we're on the air. We have to go straight to the phone. Good morning. You're on with us. Is this Anthony Schneider? Hello?
Is being recorded.
Oh, it's being recorded. Yes, it is being recorded, as a matter of fact.
Conferencing operator.
Yeah, we're recording it too. Good morning.
Anthony, are you there? We're on the air.
Good morning. I sure am. Hi, guys.
Good morning, Anthony. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I apologize. We didn't get the call before we went on the air, but we ran out of time, so we had to go straight to the air. Where are you calling from?
New York City.
All right. How's the weather today?
The weather, I confess I have not been outside, but it's pretty nice.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, I keep wanting to get back up there. That's where I'm from originally. I want to see some snow. There's a guy on Long Island who has a snowman, and it's melting. So he went on to the internet to get people to donate snow to him,
Oh,
so he
my
can keep the snowman going.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, well, we had that blizzard. He certainly got off to a good start with his snowman, but yeah, now it's pretty warm.
Is that where you live now?
I divide my time between New York and London with frequent trips to Cape Town. So I'm in 3 different places, but most of my time is New York City.
So, and Cape Town is an important thing to mention for this interview, correct? Is the book Repercussions? Does it take place in South Africa?
It does take place in South Africa. It's more in Johannesburg, actually, which is where I was born.
Okay.
But it's the same country.
So how long ago did you were born there? Did you grow up there?
I was born there and grew up there and came to the U.S. for high school and college and stayed.
Okay.
But I go back to South Africa pretty frequently. I've got friends and family there.
Do we have an accurate? Do you think Americans have an accurate viewpoint of South Africa, the political scene and all that, the social scene?
Oh, probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I'm not sure exactly how to catalog the inaccuracies.
Oh, really? The only reason I thought we were wrong about it is because we have a guy who owns a garden. What do you call that? A farm? Not a pharmacy. What do you call it?
Dave Taylor.
A nursery.
A nursery.
Yeah, plant nursery.
Dave Taylor.
And he was a guy
Game
who did
warden.
a game warden. Thank you. I have no words right now.
He's distracted.
So you became an author, a novelist.
I did.
How did that happen?
Well, I've always been a writer. I went to graduate school for writing, and I've written a nonfiction book before, and I have a day job at the same time, which is a good thing because writing doesn't pay what it should.
But it might. This new book could change everything.
We sure hope so. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
And what is your day job?
My day job is in software and online marketing.
Oh, my goodness.
Pretty unrelated to the stuff that I write about, which I think is good.
Well, not what you write about, but you can sell your book with online marketing.
I hope so. Yeah, that would be the confluence that I would like.
So tell me about the story in Repercussions. Give us a movie trailer version.
Well, I think it begins with 2 very difficult questions, which are how far will you go? What will you risk for a cause that you believe in? And then what are the consequences? What are the personal repercussions and the family repercussions when you do take actions for that cause that you believe in? And then sort of digging a little deeper onto the story level, there's kind of 2 parallel stories. The novel's protagonist is a lawyer who gets involved in the ANC and gets involved in the military wing that is trying to topple apartheid in the early 60s. And we see what happens, and we see what happens within his involvement. He eventually flees the country rather than face certain arrest. Cut to 2014, where this guy's grandson, who's lived all his life in the United States, he lives in Brooklyn, he's going to college, he travels to South Africa ostensibly to make a documentary about his grandfather, the people he knew and the struggle. And lo and behold, he gets kidnapped in a rural township near Nelspruit.
Wow. Is this based on anything true?
It's all sort of true, but not factual.
Okay, I see.
There were lots of people like this protagonist who got involved in the struggle.
Okay.
And then, unfortunately, it's a very violent country, and there are, kidnappings and carjackings and all of that all the time in South Africa.
Really, the subject is interesting to all of us, particularly to me, because let me tell you why. And maybe you know this story. When Paul Simon did the album Graceland, he went to South Africa, and I guess at that time there was something politically irritating to people down there. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know that story?
Yeah, I do. What's the I forget the name of that the group that he had on his album.
Yeah,
it's a complicated story. He got in some hot water, and I think it was all around the fact that he sort of exploited these guys a little bit.
Oh,
and
did he?
I don't know the full story, so I don't really want to comment. But
Okay.
that's why it was a sort of contentious trip or tour that he made.
But he was putting himself in danger too. So maybe not exactly the same thing as the story, but I guess that's what I was relating it to.
Yeah, I have to say I really don't remember the details of that story. I know there was a lot of fuss around it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a pretty good album, I'll say that.
How about the politics of today with the current president?
Well, I'm not a huge fan of the current president, and I think the country, though it has traveled from darkness to democracy, is in a tricky place right now. As we all read about in the newspapers, it's a country with terrible violent crime. It's got a murder rate 8 times higher than the USA.
Wow.
Unemployment is staggeringly high. 40% of the population is unemployed. And the economy is not very good. It's growing at an anemic 2% a year, if that. So I don't think the economy is really sort of pulling the country along where it needs to be. And then, as we read about quite a lot, there's terrible corruption. And the leadership, starting with the president, doesn't seem to be doing much about ending the corruption or getting the economy back on track or getting the country educated and part of the new global economy or really anything very positive.
So in reading Repercussions, we become obviously entertained by a great thriller, but we also learn a little bit about South Africa.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, it sounds like it. When did the book come out?
It's just out. So it came out in South Africa a couple of years ago, and it is just out. I think February 8th was the actual publication.
Oh, okay.
In the US, so it's just hitting stores now.
I'm wondering what the difference will be from the American readers and the South African readers.
Well, I wonder.
Yeah. I wonder if there'll be any difference at all. What's the feedback so far from those who've read it in South Africa?
I'm happy to say it got great reviews in South Africa. I was a bit worried there for different reasons than I would be here because a lot of people lived through the times that I was writing about. I did not. I was not alive in 1963. So I was writing about a very important time in the country.
Right.
With great trepidation. I think Americans won't be as harsh about the historical facts, but apparently I got them right because no one in South Africa pointed out anything that I got.
Oh,
right.
that's good.
Yeah, because
that was a relief.
Well, because the only history you personally know is the history from your own family, and it must have really tugged at your heart when you had to do the research for the project to make it as accurate as you could.
Yeah, absolutely. And I, read a lot doing the research, and it's fascinating, and it's an amazing story. I'm tapping into this huge story about a group of people who, against all odds, moved a mountain. They changed the country, and I just look quite closely at one guy who played a very, very small part, but an important part.
How is the continent of Africa in that regard? Do you think that do you think South Africa maybe it was late in the world stage coming to grips with equality with the races? What about the rest of the continent, though?
Yeah, I don't know the continent as well as I should. I'd love to travel more around Africa, but I think the continent as a whole is beset by a lot of problems. The one thing that I see from a kind of South African prism is, in general, the economies of Africa are not doing that well, which makes it very difficult for South Africa to succeed because just on a simple level of, say, manufacturing, who's going to buy the stuff that they make? The economies around you are not doing very well, and you make tables or chairs or something like that. who's going to buy it? You've got to get it all the way to Europe or the United States or something, and that's tough.
Yeah, it's not easy. Anthony, thank you so much for being on the air with us, and good luck with the book. How do we get the book, and do you have a website?
Yes, you can get. Yes, I have a website, AnthonySchneider.com, and there's an H in Anthony. And the book should be available at your local bookseller. If it isn't, you can order it there, and of course online at Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
All right. Anthony, thank you for being on the air with us, and come back anytime. If you happen to be in Florida, we'd love to see you.
I'd love to come and visit. Thanks, guys.
All right. We will take a little break, and we'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be mostly sunny on this Thursday, breezy in the afternoon, high 67 to 71. And partly cloudy Thursday night, lows ranging from the mid and upper 40s in a few inland locations to 59 along the coast. For Friday, sunshine, some clouds, and pleasant, high 70 to 74. And for Saturday, partly sunny, high 72 to 76. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.